Rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer & Keene Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keene, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
At Spencer & Keene Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer & Keene Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keene, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to Live Melt Mondays at Spencer and Keene Fine Jewelry Studio. I am your host, Katherine Spencer. And like I said, today is Monday and it is, May 6th. So the force has already been with you if you celebrated that. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. I spent the weekend watching amazing dance performances by my 4-year-old ballerina and my 8, 9. Oh my gosh, I don't know how old she is. She's older. Oh, tap dancer. Anyway, spent the whole weekend dancing. Big shout out to Artistry House. Thank you so much for letting our kids be amazing. And it was just so awesome. So they had the performance at the Robinson Grand over in Clarksburg. Beautiful theater, completely redone. Great experience. So thank you, Artistry House, for being here in Morgantown, West Virginia. Anyway, so hello out there to Facebook, hello Instagram, hello out there to Twitch and YouTube. So good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on our Live Melt Monday, Spencer and Keene Fine Jewelry Studio with me, Katherine Spencer. And so if you are joining us today and you have never tuned into our live stream before, we do lots of different things, but one of the things that we do is we melt old jewelry and we turn it into new jewelry. And so I wanted to mention today the new item that we are going to be melting. So we are going to be melting a gorgeous, beautiful, lovely, I'm sure machine crafted 22 karat gold bangle bracelet, which is pretty cool and detailed. It is all the way around. It has this lovely beading detail. The inside is kind of pushed out in a sort of relief sort of way. Size of it is relatively small. There we go. Got it. All right. So you can see what that looks like on the wrist. All right. And so if you have small hands, this will fit you. Oh, okay. I got it. Yep. There it goes. All right. So this bangle, if you are interested in this bangle, like I said, it is 22 karat yellow gold. And it is originally $3,000. It is now 60% off until we melt it next Monday. 60% off at $1,200. So if you are in love with this bangle and you need it and you want it and it would fit your wrist, then contact us. Send us a message. Direct message us in the comments down below. If you like the bracelet, you can also like us and you can share us with your friends. But if you want to buy this, you could also share it with your friends. Just make sure you keep track of it. It's like loaning out a book. You never know if you're going to get it back. Anyway, so 22 karat solid gold bangle, Beautiful design all the way around. Originally $3,000, now on sale for $1,200. It can be yours. We are going to melt it next week, which is the 13th of May, right after Mother's Day, which brings me to my next point, because Mother's Day is coming right up. And don't forget to book your appointment with us. We have appointments are going fast for our Mother's Day buy one, get one sterling silver or gold fill permanent jewelry bracelet. And you can add charms and links and birthstones, all that kind of stuff. People have been contacting us with birthstones that they want to incorporate into their bracelet. It's a beautiful thing to celebrate. And then there's no clasp. That's what permanent jewelry is. There's no clasp, so you don't have to worry about the clasp breaking and falling off. My girls have been wearing their permanent jewelry for, goodness, almost a year now that they have been wearing it. Yeah, since last Mother's Day, and they love it. Yeah, they are always asking for more. I said, no, just one on each wrist. Okay. Anyway, so book your appointments for our Mother's Day buy one, get one BOGO sale on permanent jewelry. Come celebrate. We're going to have, little food and drink, and it'll be special. And maybe we'll even have some flowers for the moms. Oh, okay. Because we all like flowers. So book your appointment online, or you can also call the store. And it is May 10th and 11th, Friday and Saturday. So we are not going to open up Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is special for mothers. Okay, so some of the other stuff that we do, we were talking about melting, and we were going to melt this bracelet. We melted the other week, and we melted a men's wedding band and a Lindy Star Sapphire ring. This is the Star Sapphire. And I wanted to let you know what I decided to turn that into. I combined those two pieces into this nice big piece of gold. And then I'm going to pretend to hammer this. We're going to have some movie magic. I'm going to hammer it. And then it's magically going to turn into this awesome bangle with a diamond. If we can kind of see that. All right. There we go. We've got a diamond, and the rest of this is forged so that it comes apart like that. Ooh, fancy. Pretty cool. And so the nice thing about this bracelet is that it is solid all the way around. You don't have to worry about it falling off, but it is also easy on and off with this nice hinge feature. And we've got a beautiful 30-point diamond right here in the top of it. And I still need to flush set some diamonds along the top. Okay, but I'm going to make another one, and that is what I'm going to end up doing with this bar. So there's your little update on what is going to be entering into stock. If you're excited about that, I am, and you should be too. So that's pretty cool. We also have a blog online, and we were talking about engagement rings and all of the different things that we offer. And so, you have your traditional Tiffany style solitaire engagement ring with beautiful 2-carat diamonds, just in case you're looking for that. And then you also have ones that have diamonds set along the sides. So, if you're looking for a gorgeous engagement ring that is, a little bit more on the traditional side, we have those. And we also do all of our custom and bespoke pieces. But one thing I wanted to talk about was a piece that we did where it was remaking a ring that the customer needed to have remade. Let me see here if I can show you this. It's kind of showing up. That's what the ring looked like. It was, yeah, if you want to see a little bit better picture, you can check out our blog, but there's not, it was really worn down. And the other problem was that he wanted it in yellow gold instead of white. So one service that we provide here is 3D scanning rings to get the main idea, and then providing what is called a CAD rendering, a computer aided design rendering. And so in this way, we could get back all of the detail that was in the ring. And it's pretty amazing, actually, the recreation of this ring for the customer. You can check out on our blog the finished ring. This is just a CAD rendering. So this is just a computer drawing of the ring. And the actual ring is on our blog, and you should check it out. And it's not always something that people think about, but you know, if you have a family heirloom and you kind of want to recreate it, that is also something that we can do at Spencer and Keene. So today I'm making some feathers. So I have this little teeny feather that I need to make, and I actually need to make two, just like my note here says. I need to make two, and they need to be 3/4 of an inch in length. So that's pretty small. It's a little bitty guy. And here's my, these are feathers. These are my inspiration, these feathers. And they're huge. And somehow I have to make them into this little itty bitty guy. So, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to take these huge feathers for inspiration, and I'm going to turn it into this. It's little. It's so little. Look at that. Look at it's. Can I do it? There we go. Okay. I can do that. Focus. Thank you. I can do that to this. Okay. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to make some feathers. And I have this stuff here. The technical term is pitch, and it is black. And right now it is hard. It's hard, but you can soften the pitch up so that you can push things into it. And I'll show you how I do that. Let me see if I can find a little something to push into it. Sure. This looks good. No. Okay, this. Let's do that. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. We'll just push this into it, and we'll just cut it so it's not too big. All right. So I can use my torch to just kind of soften up the pitch a little bit. I'm just gently heating it. I don't need to go crazy with making it super hot. Okay, and I can see fingerprints in it now. It's starting to get a tiny bit soft. And this pitch is, it's pitch. It's like tar. Pitch is a thing.
But less dangerous?
But less dangerous? I don't know. All right, so I've got it relatively soft here. I'll bring this up here, and you can see that now I can poke over here. See, over here is hard, and over here I can poke. So I could adding some little feet here. I can press this into my pitch. I need to heat up a little bit more over here because I didn't make it big enough. There we go. All right, and then I can drop that in. Okay, press that down a little bit. And so what this does is after this cools, it will give me a nice hard surface to hammer against. Okay, hammer against, or engrave, or do whatever I need to do on the surface of the metal. And it doesn't hurt the metal, it doesn't hurt anything, it just holds things in place after it becomes solid. So over on this side, I'm still, pretty soft. I can poke these in, and so that will need to cool for me to be able to do anything with it. But over on this side, I have already pre-baked a sample that I shall take out of the oven, and now we have this available. So this piece that I have over on the other side is a piece of 14 karat yellow gold, and it is 0.5 millimeter thick, and that is what I am going to be creating my feathers from. And I haven't decided yet, but I might break into my childhood piggy bank where I keep my chasing tools. And I might chase some lines on it because that would be fun to show you what chasing is. Chasing is the art of drawing on metal by pressing a tool down into it. So you're not removing any metal, you're not gouging anything away, you're not doing anything other than pressing in. And you can create line designs and patterns. There's another type of metal formation along the same lines as chasing called repousé. And repousé is when you are working both sides of the metal to push the metal out and then push it back down in. And you can create low relief designs and patterns on your metal. So we are just going to be doing some chasing on the top of this, and just to give a little bit more contrast of where I'm going to be drawing, I'm just going to blacken in my surface here so that you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach up here, but I might try. I don't know. I could even stand doing it. So we know that we want our feathers to be 3/4 of an inch. So we can make some little marks on our metal here. We've got the end here. Here's my first 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and if I want to, I can do both feathers kind of at the same time. So here's my second 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to work the same way that these feathers are working. So these feathers, they have a central stem. I'm gonna add that on later. I've got a piece of 14 karat yellow gold wire that I'm going to be soldering down the center of my feather. And then that wire is also going to turn into the bail, which is going to hold the feather on the chain. So we will get there. All right. So in the meantime, I'm just going to start by giving myself a shape. All right. So we'll look at our feather shapes. Let's see here. I don't know. I think I like this one the best. Does anyone have any thoughts? I don't know. I mean, they're pretty similar, but, this one is just kind of much more elongated. Yeah, it's a little too skinny. This one has a nicer shape. It's got these little pieces that come down. Now this, I'm going to stylize that, and I'm not going to have that big of an opening. And then I don't think I'm going to split it apart as far down here. And I don't know if I'm going to add all of this fluff at the bottom. Who needs fluff? We don't, just remove the fluff. But so we're going to concentrate on the feather mainly from here up. And, you know, you're relatively straight, but what we're going to be adding with chasing are just some of these fine lines. So let's see what we can do. So on here, I said I was going to put the tip of the feather down this direction. And it's almost a little bit of a triangular shape at the bottom there. And then it's relatively straight for the rest of the feather. So I'm just going to give myself a central line to move off of. All right. So I've got all these different chasing tools, and I have a teeny tiny guy. Let's see here. That's not the right one. Where is my little liner tool? Okay, there he is. All right, so I've got kind of two different tools that I can use here. They come to relatively thin, fine points at the end. This one is a little bit longer. This one's a little bit shorter. Since I'm kind of doing longer lines, I'm going to use this tool. And this tool is not perfect. I made it in college a decent amount of time ago. Maybe at some point, if I do more chasing, maybe I'll buy a nice set of chasing and repoussé tools, but it gets the job generally done. So my professor at the time, Leonard Urso, he showed us how to make tools. And so one of our assignments was to make a general set of chasing and repoussé tools. And so shout out to Rochester Institute of Technology. Thank you for providing me with, you know, at least a little bit of the foundation in how to create these and how to make them. So I'm going to just start with hammering in some of these lines. And I'm pretty close to you with the camera, so I don't know what the best angle here will be. Oh, we're gonna move. Oh. Is that better? Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Sure, we'll find out. And so I'm just gonna start from the center. Okay, and I'm just gonna hammer generally out to create those feather lines. Okay, so I'll bring this up a little bit so you can see just some of the lines that I've started hitting into there. And that's just how I would continue. I would continue just hammering along. Okay, and all it's doing is giving me, you know, little texture, little indentation sort of texture. And I'm just going to use some sandpaper so you can see a little bit of what I've started. Okay, and let's see here. Where'd we go? There we are. Okay, so you can see a little bit that I've started making some lines in there. So I would just continue along that way, continue indenting those lines. And, you know, you could say, well, what's the point of doing this instead of, you know, gouging out or cutting out the lines? Well, what this also does is it work hardens the metal. And so it will make the piece not bendable, not very bendable, which is good. You don't want your jewelry to just bend out of place when you're wearing it. So by chasing it, I'm work hardening the metal, and it'll keep its form, and you haven't lost any metal. I haven't taken any away. So the metal keeps all of its original weight. It work hardens a little bit, so it's not as bendable. And so it creates just kind of a nicer piece rather than just cutting out. So after I hammer all of that, I think I was saying I'm going to be adding on a little central feather piece, and that will turn into the bail. And I'm going to make both of them at the same time so that they have the same feeling, because we need two. And that is what I'm working on. So don't forget, we have our Mother's Day buy one, get one with permanent jewelry. I can't wait to show you the finished product with the feathers. And I'm excited to forge out the bracelet that we're going to be making. So that'll be a fun project to work on. And don't forget to like and share this video if you liked what you saw, if you thought that this was interesting, if you think Spencer and Keem Fine Jewelry Studio is awesome, then like us down below and share with your friends. Tell them what we do here. We're artists and we are craftspeople, and we make all of our own jewelry here. So I thank you very much for joining us today. And if anybody is in need of this bangle bracelet, don't forget this is on sale this week and this week only, 60% off, $3,000 originally for this 22 karat solid gold bangle, now on sale for $1,200. So if you love bangles, if you love 22 karat, this is for you, especially if you have a small hand. Thank you so much for joining us. And for now, I am going to sign out and say thank you, and tune in next week when we melt the bracelet. Right there. We'll melt that. Bye.
We make jewelry for every moment.
Well, sometimes it's for like an engagement ring or marriage. Sometimes it's for a special occasion. Jewelry is perfect for gifts.
Spencer and Keem Fine Jewelry Studio.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keem.